name is Sharon Wanyeki. I serve at Kariobangi South PCA Church as an intercessor.
My name is Virginia Wanjiru.
I serve at the Papa Center Church, Ruach Ministries as an usher. And I joined AFLEWO in 2004. So I've served in AFLEWO 16 years. Yes, it's been a journey, a great journey. There have been ups and downs, but it's part of ministry.
My name is Lawrence Rapando Ndakwe, and I fellowship at Glory Worship Center, Gumo, in Kibera. And I joined AFLEWO the year 2010. And since that moment, I joined the support team that I've been serving up to this moment. And I really appreciate it because it's encouraging.
I joined AFLEWO in the first time when it started in 2004. I was just in the congregation until 2010 when I joined the ushering team. And since then, after that, I've never stopped. I'm still in the ushering department.
What made me to join the support team is because the first time that I went for the worship, there was a challenge. There was a lot of people who came to the place for the worship experience. But when that moment at night, when they opened the doors for us to enter inside, because there's a lot of people, I was at a point of death, whereby the people they stepped onto my back. And then since that moment when I joined within the church, when I went inside the church, I said that from this moment, I'm not just going to AFLEWO as a member who want to be encouraged and empowered, but I want to serve, because to serve there's leadership. So that's why I joined the support team, that I'm going to serve the people within the AFLEWO team and in the worship experience.
The reason I joined support team, in the year 2007, we were at Nyayo Stadium. And I was in the choir, and that time we had worn white. So we are singing, Let It Rain. And physically, it manifested on us. It rained. So when you're looking at the congregants, you're thinking, hiya, all ushers are seated. As in, they have gone, they are hidden, they are not being rained on. So from that day, from 2008, I said, nope, support, here I come. So from 2008 to up to date, support is my thing.
I joined the support team, and mine is an interesting story because I had paid to join the choir. But for one reason or another, I didn't get to join the choir. So the admin asked me what else I'd like to do. And I said, it's okay to join the support team, because I had previously seen what they used to do in the previous years when I was in the congregation. And in that particular year, God was calling back to me. And so I joined the support team, and I've never gone back. And it's amazing because God has taught me a lot of things in terms of worship is not just about singing. It's more about, there are more things to do to worship Him. So there's a lot of worship in whatever you do, and not just by singing. So that's why probably I've never gone back to choir.
The high moments is the time where I learned how the AFLEWO leadership, they have been coordinating, and they're coordinating to have a wider crowd of people who are coming together to worship the Lord. So through that moment, I've learned on the leadership skills that has also encouraged in my life, that also we in our small areas, we can do greater things so that we bring people to Christ. And another high moment, as on the transport department, you find that people are appreciating what you're doing. When you are outside there, they appreciate for your sacrificial time that you are giving to them, how you are talking to them. It's a high moment to see that people are giving thanks to you. And it's not only you yourself, but only to God.
Definitely when it comes to events, there'll always be highs and lows. And you're dealing with a big congregation. My highs is just being to be able to see in one sitting how many lives just get, to love God, and many get saved. That has been one of my highest moments. One of my lowest moments is when you're serving and trying to just manage people, and somebody will just unleash a comment, and you're thinking, it makes you doubt yourself. You're being very polite, but someone makes you just doubt your Christianity, And also just having to lose some of the friends that we built in in this journey of AFLEWO, because we've really become a family?
My high moment is usually when I see choir, because they have their meals early. So when they're on stage on time, the uniform is elegant, the sound is okay, you're like, enyewe, there you've done a good work. Because there are people behind the scenes who usually work on them. The other thing is about guys getting saved, especially when after the flag, the time for flags are 3, and then now it's Reverend Tom comes in front, prays for guys who wants to get born again. You just see young people, they are yearning for Christ, crying out for Christ, and you're like, wow, at least AFLEWO, through this worship, people are getting saved. Because you see, most of the time, AFLEWO, it's not about like preaching, a whole preaching. It's you're ministering songs to people. So somebody will hear the song and will be like, yeah, today is my day. I need to give my life to Christ. Yeah.
He was telling me, Lawrence, you know what, AFLEWO is part of us, and it's a family to us. It's a place where you should not miss, and it's a place where it's a good place to serve. So when I heard of his story, I was really discouraged, because he used to inspire me. He used to, no matter what, you are looking sad, you'll give some jokes that you feel to smile, to cheer up. So sometimes he'll make jokes that makes you happy. And he'll make some words that when you look onto those words, you say, really, I deserve to be in this place. Because if there is brothers who can talk to you like this, it means that there is joy. So I'll talk in terms of that the joy of the Lord is our strength. There is where I got my encouragement that no matter we are in the low moments and one of us has gone, the joy of the Lord continue to be our strength. He has done his work. In really sense, wisdom, he did the work for the Lord.
Losing a close person, somebody who you've met on social basis and you've grown and become almost like family, hit me hard, because it made me just want to, it reminded me of the verse that we need to guard our hearts, and we also need to work on our salvation with trembling, fear and trembling, because we are not here forever. This is not a permanent home. You know, I remember those songs we used to sing when we were young that nyumbani si, hapa si nyumbani, we have a heaven out there. And till now, I still mourn him, but I'm happy that he lived his life to the fullest. That's one of the greatest things that Wisdom did. He lived his life to the fullest. He'd call us, he nicknamed us. We all had a nickname from him. And it makes me smile, because just remembering how he'd call us, how he'd engage us when we are quiet, when we are low, he knew how to engage us. It made me realize that there's more to life. It made me question myself. Am I living my life to the fullest? And my purpose and what God, because I was created for a purpose, am I living it?
He used to inspire my life in the format of encouraging my salvation, and in encouragement of serving in the ministry, majorly in AFLEWO. So that's why I continue remembering him, because he was a focused leader in support team.
I remember that night, Pato called me at 10, and he was crying. And for Pato to cry, I was like, what? So he hung up. So when I called Pato again, he didn't speak. So I called Joanne, and Joanne tried calling Pato. So at that moment, that's when Pato gave me the news that Wisdom is no more. I remember I was in the room and I really cried. I screamed, actually. And I was like, Lord, what's this? Because that's the Wednesday. That week on Wednesday, I remember we met and we went with him to do boys. And he was like, how he used to talk. Natika machali wangarei tai. Raundi, lazima tukwe smart kushinda kwaya. And I was like, that's a good taste. So coming to be told that Wisdom is no more, I was like, what? I was just with this guy. And then we were preparing for the daughters. Actually, we were preparing now the birthday. Because you're telling me, Shiro, look for a place where we can go, the first birthday, all that. And I'm like, Wisdom, ni next year, chill. He was like, prepare. Unajua no ule mse. As in, there's so much we did with him, with Benja, Pato, Joanne. as in those that friendship. Even in WhatsApp group, you could keep quiet, you'd see comments. Wisdom is like, ai, wananchi, mmenyamaza, ni aje, are you okay? He was that person who brought life, and he served the Lord with everything, no matter what. There are times when Wisdom would come for AFLEWO, and I would know he's not in good moods. But he would tell me, I'm okay. And that's the time I would call Benja and tell Benja what is happening. Because I'm telling Benja, Lawrence is not here. Ko transport na ko Kencom. So, be with Wisdom. Because there are times he would come and maybe even he has nothing, ajakula, and he doesn't know. People don't know, but at least the few people who used to know him, we used to engage him. But what he taught me is serve the Lord no matter what, and serve God with everything. Don't be a lukewarm Christian. That's what he used to. All the time you'd call me, you'd tell me, Shiro, whenever you're serving God, don't think you're serving for AFLEWO. Don't think you're serving for the congregation. The one who created you, serve him. Don't be a lukewarm Christian. That's something he kept on telling me. So his passing on, I know those are moments, support team were like, no. But we thank God that he's in a better place. It's hard to say, but he did his part, and I know all of us are headed there. So I know we'll see him.
Servant leadership. It's an interesting space to be in. One, because there's the Christianity bit involved, there's you as a human being, and also the people that you're leading. One thing is, I have learned to be able to be patient. Those are some of the lessons that I've learned. I need to be patient because you're dealing with masses, people who are coming from different levels, people who are in different places in life. Some people might be coming, they're in their lowest moments, others in their highs. And you need to be able to manage them all. And some will not understand why the rules are there and why they need to be followed. So you need to learn to be patient and be able to explain to them. That's one. Two, it has taught me to be candid. If it's rules, regardless. People will give you harsh words, they'll give you comments that will make you doubt yourself, but if you're candid, they'll realize we're not moving and we're not shaking. Just because it's Christianity, we're not going to shake the rules, because the rules are not made for anybody else. They're made for us to obey and to also protect us. Point number 3 is learning to to lead by example. I have to be able to serve for the people that I'm leading to be able to see why I'm serving. And they need to learn that this is what serving is all about. You need to be able to talk to them, to let them see what serving is, because I have learned service, I have learned leadership in this journey of serving. So those are some of the 3 key lessons that I have learned, and I'm grateful because it has also affected me. It has actually not affected, but changed me also in my workspace.
When we talk about servant leadership, it carries 4 aspects. And I'll talk in these 4 aspects, I'll talk about spiritual, physical, emotional, and socially. And let me start with the spiritual. When you're talking about spiritual, when you are in transport sector, you also need to pray to these people that they should not get an accident on the road, because these people are going to serve the Lord. So you have to intercede for them, you have to encourage them, you have to interact with them. So that is about spiritual in the servant leadership aspect. Another thing, you have to pray for other leaders who are in this AFLEWO, that God to give them a heart, a big heart that can accommodate each and every kind of a person that is coming to worship through in AFLEWO, to worship at AFLEWO. And another thing also, you need, as we are a transport sector, we are praying for these people that, God, you should change their hearts. No matter a person has abused you at the stage, you are telling God, when he reaches at that point, let him receive the salvation. Let him receive your gun at his point. And then physically, you need to be neat, because cleanliness is God. So you're interacting with different kind of people, you're passing where they are. So also you need to be neat, you need to look nice. so that they know wherever we are going to worship, those people, they have a clean heart, because the outside will reflect the inside, inner of our hearts. So that's why we take that aspect physically. And then emotionally, when I talk about emotional, even us as the leaders, we also have our challenges. Probably you have encountered someone who is drunkard on the event, and he has told a lot of words. When you come to the other leaders, they no, give me your time. We'll talk later. But in real sense, you want to communicate to him, to pass an information to him or her to understand why we are serving. Because wherever they are united, there's a blessing. So in that physically, I have to to understand whatever you call behavior change. The behavior change, it has given me interpersonal skills on the matter of emotional. Even at where I'm working, I need to have interpersonal skills that can transform the organization. So I've also learned that. And then when I talk socially, really you need to social with the people on the ground. Before they reach there, you need to tell them Jesus loves you, you know, God cares for you. No matter the policies have been put in that side, please just bear with us, because all of us, we belong to one Christ. And today, God is going to give you a blessing, or you are going to be blessed in different form. Because we shall see in a social way that if I don't interact with this person very well, when he goes to worship, he'll tell, even their leaders, they don't know how to talk to us. They're just abusing us. So also through that moment, it has changed my life of communication skills on how I should communicate to them, to show them love, to tell them Christ loves you. Because these people, they are from different backgrounds. They are from different societies, different cultural backgrounds. So I have to understand them. And then health matters. When I talk about health matters, you see, these people are also sick. In servant leadership, I also need to pray to them. Somebody will come when I'm at the bus station there, they want to go, I'm feeling sick, how can you help me? I'll tell him I want to pray for you. So he has to change. Also, I've learned a lot on that point, on servant leadership. And also, it's encouraging that through that point, it has made me also to help my church and to inspire them that we can also do it, also in Kenya, we can lead and we can make a change with the smaller things that we have through our behavior change.
There are two things I'll talk about. Time and what Rapando was saying about being emotional. AFLEWO, it's a big event, so thousands and thousands come to the event. We are all from different churches, so we have different rules. So what I usually say, as a leader, you're going to meet different people. Saved, people who are not born again, people who are there, they don't know if they are coming, going, or they have gone. People who, that's the day they want to know what's this Christianity about. It's like they're gauging us. Let's test it. You know, one leg is in front, but the other one is still in the world. So I usually say, at that time, we should not be emotional. If we follow the policies, the rules of the marketplace, why not in the church? Why not in an in Christian event? You see, the marketplace, when you're told by 7 a.m. you should be in the office, you won't argue. But when it comes to the church, when you're told, like, for example, when we have the keshas for now preparing ourselves for the event, we say it's 9 p.m. Why do we keep on, like, why 9? You know, that Kathleen in you. But if it was in the marketplace, you don't question. So I usually say, as a leader, these are different people who are looking up to you. You'll have to know how to talk. Because also your talk, your language, your body language, it will also, you will know if these people are gauging you, they'll be like, hey, that leader, she has an attitude, you know. And this is the church. And you know, a small thing in the church, pop, it's the headline. So as a leader, you have to know. You have to be firm, yes. You have to be strict, yes. And smile. Just smile to them. Hata ukitukanwa hapo ambaye ni mjinga, Yesu anakupenda. Just tell the person, mimi ni mjinga lakini Yesu anakupenda. Don't have that back and forth. Mimi ni mjinga unarushiana mkono, then it will be like the support leader started. So you avoid that. Just be strict, firm, and love the people. The other thing is about time. We should keep time, which I love it in AFLEWO. It has taught me. In fact, at my workplace, if I'm late, they'll actually know there is something wrong with Shiro. Even at the church where I serve, if I'm late, there is something wrong. Why? AFLEWO has taught me. It's this time, it's this time. So those are things which I've learned. It was hard to keep time. But this time you tell me we are meeting at 10, 9:59 nitakuwa hapo. Why? Because those 16 years I've served, I have learned. Be punctual. You're a servant leader. Guys are looking up to you. There are many people who are like, my friend, that's my role model. So if you trip like this, there are many faces also. And also, if you're a parent, children look at you. Those ones of like, yeah, I need to follow these ways. One thing I'm proud about is we are organized. No matter, we could argue or fight like leaders, but we don't show it to the crowd. I'll meet with my fellow leader and maybe we argued last night, but I'll laugh with him, but you won't know. So one thing I know, because it's a big event, we are all leaders from different churches. We have our own rules, but one thing I'm proud of is we are organized. If the event is happening, it will happen no matter what. If there are practices we need to meet, kunyeshe, kusinyeshe, we'll meet, as in it's in us. So that's one thing I'm proud about AFLEWO.
I'm proud of AFLEWO because it's a united family. It's a united family in a way that we coordinate and we manage and we organize the event in the way that is required by God. Why have I said that we are united? Because a place where people are united, there's a blessing. And I've been seeing this blessing since the year 2010. And also this blessing has the blessing has overflown to our church. So that is something that makes me proud. And I also have learned there about leadership skills. So I feel proud as a AFLEWO family.
One thing I'm proud about AFLEWO is its teamwork. Its teamwork has had a rollover on everybody because AFLEWO is a brand at the moment. This brand did not just come into being. It is out of the unity, the skills, the teamwork that comes in to be able to plan this event, from the coordination to all the departments, all coming in together to be able to create one flow of an event. For me, that I'm proud of. I believe AFLEWO is a world-class event. I'd like to encourage anybody willing to support, to work in the support team in AFLEWO. There's so much to learn. It's also a form of worship to God. It's just allowing God to be able to use you to worship him in a different form. It doesn't have to just be singing, but just serving him, serving the kingdom is part of how we worship God.
Anybody who is willing to join AFLEWO is a way that is a family. AFLEWO is a family where there is unity, there is joy, and you can be inspired. As I'm saying this, there's a certificate that was given leadership skills that has enabled me to get a job working with a Christian organization. And this has inspired me. So here you'll gain skills, you gain experience, and we'll explore the gifts and the talent you have to minister to the people in the society and generally all over Africa.
Not only are we, let me call ourselves ushers, but we have events. Tunajipenda. We love ourselves. We go for hikes. That's one thing. Visits. We do so much behind the scenes, apart from, coming to the event, we are serving, we are up and down running, And then the other thing, you will learn so much. You will learn so much. Trust me, I have grown in AFLEWO, especially the support team after, I've grown. You'll grow spiritually. That's the first thing. Again, you'll grow emotionally. I used to be a chick who used to be emotional. Naniambia kitu na catch, But AFLEWO being a large event, it has taught me it's not a matter of catching. Because there are different people with different aspects who come for the event. So what I would say, join support team, come, we are here, we'll show you the way. come as you are, simple. We don't have, then we'll teach you slowly by slowly. Something that has worked for AFLEWO that I really love, it's how we have worship every year without fail. Apart now from this year, because of the COVID, every year we never miss in different chapters. AFLEWO Nakuru, AFLEWO Nyeri, Mombasa, Rwanda, Tanzania, name them. We never miss. And it keeps you on toes. You enjoy those worship moments. In fact, I've attended to most of them because I don't serve in those ones. For the one for Nairobi, you know you're serving. So if I hear there's AFLEWO Nyeri, I will go. In fact, we used to go with wisdom. Nakuru, we go. Why? We are not serving. We want to also be filled. We just go, you sit back, make sure no one knows you. Umeingia hapo kama congregant. So as in every other events, they mean a lot to people. And how even we stream live on Citizen. So if people can't make it, they watch on Citizen. Yeah, guys are getting blessed.
What I want to continue in AFLEWO is that we should continue reaching to people in different counties. As we have been going to different counties, praying that we should reach to 47 counties of our nation. And also another thing that we should continue, because Africa-led worship, we should reach all the nations of Africa. That is my prayer, and that is where I want us to reach and see that even in Somalia, people are receiving Christ because AFLEWO has touched them through the worship.
One thing I'd like that I'd pray and would like to continue, which is unique in AFLEWO, is praying for Israel. I never used to understand why Israel was very special until one day I asked God to reveal to me about Israel. And it's a unique thing to pray for Israel. It's a blessing. So I would really pray that that never stops.